Hi all. So I haven't made a vlog in a while. Don't mind me, I'm working while I'm doing this. So I've been throwing it up, like I think I said in the video before, the last one I did, whether or not to keep doing this, to do it while also doing the blog site where I type it all in and all that, and still haven't really made a decision. The only thing with the blog site that's an issue is it's costing me like $6 a month or something like that, $9 a month, something like that, which might not seem like a lot, but I got other expenses too, website wise, from my photography site and my gaming site and whatnot. So that is sort of an added expense that I don't know if it's worth keeping. I've noticed by looking at the videos, there's been a few people that have watched these a couple times here and there. The only issue I have with doing the video ones is I don't really get to go out and do anything exciting, and I'm not able to record it, so all you get to see is just me doing updates or this or that. So I don't know if it's really worth it to keep the videos going, where if I'm doing the actual blog I can just type it all out. So yeah, I haven't quite made a decision on that, because like I said, the expense, it's gonna kill me keeping all this stuff going. And at least with YouTube, I just make the video, do a few edits if I need to at all, and then upload it, and it's free, so that's not a bad thing. But like I said, the one thing I'm thinking of, it's the blog that I type out is a WordPress blog. Now I have it hosted on a server, so that's why it's costing me now. Maybe I can get that transferred to just one of the free WordPress ones. It won't have as many options and all that, but it would be free, so that's a plus. At that point, then I can keep both going without a problem. So that's something I'll have to try to look into maybe tonight if I have time. But I do appreciate those that do stop by here and take a look at the videos and whatnot. Like I said, I have two other YouTube channels. Actually, I have a few other YouTube channels that I do, so I got to balance it between those also. But yeah, it's the expenses that are starting to cause issues. And I've tried cutting back stuff. I've canceled things that I've used for a long time, just trying to save money basically, because with life and everything, I need to eventually, we're gonna get married, and that's going to be an expense, and like not just the getting married parts, the getting a place to live and paying for TV, internet, all that stuff. Though I don't watch much TV, so it's not an issue for me. We can use the old school bunny ears for that, it's fine too. But definitely need internet, obviously. And then you're gonna have water, gas, all that stuff, the normal bills that you would be paying. Plus I got my credit card bills, my health insurance, and all that. And it's not like I'm making a ton of money at this job, though it's better than the job I had before, except the money issue. I was getting paid $5 more at the other place, so that was a nice cut into my finances. But trying to get my photography thing going, either make that a full-time job, or at least make it to where that is paying, maybe I can use it to pay my bills, so then I don't have to worry about that. and makes everything else so much easier. Money sucks. It's nice to have, but very few people have enough to really make their life a cakewalk. But I'm not the only one in that type of situation. I know, you watching are probably in a similar situation. It's not like everybody in the world is rich. It would be nice not to have to worry about anything, but it's not that way in the world. Way prices keep going up on things, but really the pays don't go up, especially if you're like me right now and I work for someone that's running a small business. They really can't afford, especially right now, because it's a smaller company. They can't afford to pay me more than what they're already paying me. It is what it is. I don't have an issue with it. It's just I got to figure out a way to cut back on stuff and stop paying for stupid things or buying stupid things that you really don't need. Just get what you need and then make it work. I mean, really, that's what I need to do, is take inventory of everything I got, regardless of what it is. If it's just stuff, I know I'm going to try selling some of the stuff I have that I don't use anymore on eBay or something, so that would be a plus. Get a few bucks for that. And I know I just got a better camera lens, so I'm going to sell the old one I had, which still should bring me in and maybe a couple $100 if I'm lucky, so it'll help offset the price of that. So that would be nice. But yeah, it's tough. Like I say, it's tough on everybody anymore. You don't really have job security because companies are always downsizing or looking a way to save money. The company I worked for, they got rid of me and 3 others right after me, a few weeks after me. Actually, in about 3 months they got rid of the other 3 people, just because I guess the company told them to do it, so the store just went and did it. They had people that were their favorites that wanted a supervisor position, so people like me are in the way. So it's another thing, it's all political crap, and who not really political, but it's favoritism. I know the company in general has been laying off tons of people up in corporate over the last couple of years, so it's falling apart, and they're just hiring people that are getting paid a hell of a lot less for doing the same amount, if not more, work than when I was there. Especially now, since I still go to the store that I got let go from, because I still do have some people there that I know, but most of them are leaving or have gone, and they're telling me how bad it's getting, and it's a shame, and I was told that there was a list of people they were going to get rid of, supervisor wise, and they were just going down the list, and for some reason, I don't know if it's because my name starts with an A, that they went and started with me, and they're getting ready to get rid of somebody else. He's already on final, and then there's another one right after him, and it's actually been confirmed about the list. So they say they're going after people one at a time, taking them out, getting rid of them, and then they're bringing in people from straight out of college, no work experience, anything like that, to take over these positions, even the executive positions, and it's not helping at all. It's sort of like what was that company? Circuit City. For those of you that remember Circuit City, they were sort of like a Best Buy in a way, I guess, but they got rid of all their senior people, all the people that knew what they were doing, and brought all these kids in. They didn't know anything. They got rid of the commission thing because they want to save money, and now they are no more. That's what happens. And seem to do that a lot anymore because they think that that's the way to save money. But you know, when I was at the company I worked for, I worked in electronics for a while. I built a customer base there before I became a supervisor, and those people still to the day that I got let go, they come in and look for me just to talk, to ask questions. You know, it was a reason they were coming in. Well, you lose people, and you get people in there that don't know anything. It it doesn't help. It makes it worse. You know, everything goes downhill. But these money grubbing companies are like that now, and well, there's nothing you can do about it because if you need a job, you have no choice but to take it and get whatever they give you. Can't blame the people for having to take the job. They don't have a choice. The people that they're hiring to replace people like me and others I know are kids straight out of college. Nothing against kids coming out of college, but they have no work experience, or if they do, it's not in the same field, and they come in all cocky. And I mean, like I said, not all of them, but majority come in all cocky, and they find out real quick that it's not what they expected. So, they would end up leaving or getting fired because they're not able to handle it, or they just don't understand what's going on. Because being with the company like I was just short of 13 years by a little less than a month, I think. That's a lot of experience, and I did every position in the store practically, so I could be put anywhere and do anything at any time. But these people coming in have no experience in any of these positions, and they're failing at it, but they don't care because the stores don't care and the company don't care because they're saving money on the people. But my thing is, if you do that, you start to lose customers. So you lose customers, now you're making less money. It doesn't make sense. Somebody they probably hired outside the company probably told them, oh, this is the way to do it. So they do it, and then, now I don't want to see the company shut down. That would be a shame, but I wouldn't be surprised. I've seen the downfall of it already. They're not trying to do anything new. They're making stupid moves, at least I think are stupid. So, yeah, it is what it is. I mean, if they get shut, if the company shuts down, I wouldn't be surprised. In fact, I'd probably be laughing about it because I told them it was going to happen a long time ago. Whatever. Anyway, enough with the rant. Gotta get some more work done here. Again, so I don't know what I'm doing yet. I'm gonna put as many vlogs up as I can if I get time to. I'm gonna try to mix it up a bit. I'm gonna try to figure out how to well, not how to, I know what, I watch enough blogs on YouTube to know what works, but it's the problem of me being able to get it to work. Like I said, I don't get to do much for because I work 9 to 5, so I go home and get something to eat, maybe play some games, or do work on my photos or something, or a video from my other channels. Not very exciting stuff. So it's like, for example, like Casey Neistat or something, he is in New York City. He's always doing all kinds of stuff, traveling, adventures, and things like that. That's awesome. And I would love to be able to do something, and I think it would definitely help with these videos. But we'll see. Maybe I'll figure something out. Maybe, since right now it's especially nice because it's summer's up coming and all that, and maybe I'll be able to do more things to make it more interesting. Wintertime is really hard because it's cold and Nobody likes to be out in the cold, really. So I don't know about that, but I'm not going to start, I don't think, going around vlogging with my family, because I don't think they're going to be really into that. They're not that type of person. Honestly, I'm not really that type of person either. And I know watching other vlogs, they say, you just gotta get over that. It's a fear thing. Yeah, I guess it's a fear of people seeing me and just going, what the hell is he doing? Nowadays, though, with YouTube and all, especially with younger people, they wouldn't really think anything of it because they're used to it. They see it all the time, but it's the older people that are probably more like, what the hell is he doing? And so I don't know if I'm gonna try to do some more stuff when I go out, like on my own or something. But like I said, my family, they'll just look at it and be like, no, I don't think so. And like I said, I'm not really one for doing it much either. I know when I was shooting my very first video, which actually, I guess it wasn't really my first video for my photography channel. It's up there. It's one of the first ones, but it's the one that's getting the most views, most likes, and all that. I remember when I was shooting that, sitting there being paranoid. Every time I saw somebody walking down the path, I would shut the video down and stand there and wait until they walked by and they're all staring at me. So I guess whether I was recording or not, I got stared at. So eventually I just said, screw it, I gotta get this done. Otherwise it's never, going to get done. So I just pushed through, and like I say, the quality definitely not the best. I've gotten a lot better with them, after I've made a few more, but well, it is what it is. And like I said, even though it's not great quality, the content must be decent because people like it, and it helps people with the lenses that I reviewed and all that, and they ask questions and all. So it obviously had some kind of impact, which is awesome. So now, deciding to try to do a little blog thing, and then doing the blog on a website, for the blog. I don't know, it just seems more difficult because a vlog is like an all-day thing. Well, not necessarily all day. It could be just, parts of the day, but that's the thing, getting to that point where I'm comfortable doing it all the time to get the content that people want to watch. So I gotta either, I guess, do it or just give it up, one or the other. And I don't like to give up very often, so I'm gonna start looking into my day and see if there's things I can switch up that would make it more interesting. I mean, maybe not even like walking around talking to the camera while I'm walking around. Maybe just shoot some clips of stuff and put it together, maybe with a little voiceover or something. We'll see. I mean, I got a couple ideas, but again, it still requires you to go out and to do stuff where I do work, and then I go home, and that's it. So I'm gonna have to start mixing it up a bit, I guess, and see what I can pull out of it. So, and now that I have the Surface, which I can do some, at least basic editing on, my workflow for the blog, I can do it while I'm on my lunch, get the first half of the blog done, and then take it home. And if I decide, okay, I got more stuff to put in it, I can just transfer it to my computer and then finish the editing on there. If I decide, no, I don't need to edit anymore, then I can just do it right, on the Surface while I'm doing other stuff on the other computers, whatever. So that does help a lot. Even when I go on vacation in October, I might do, at least for my photography channel, a couple videos, short ones, because again, it's a vacation, so my family's going to be there, and because it's family vacation, so it's not like I have a ton of time to sit there and shoot videos. It's not like they're by myself. When I did my road trip after I got fired, I started to do like a travel vlog, but that fell apart real quick, and that was just my fault. I mean, that was the perfect opportunity to do all of that stuff because I was on my own. I could do, I had not a ton of time because I had to be back by a certain time for an event I was doing, but it gave me enough. It had enough time where I could have actually done some videos while I was out there, and now that would have been awesome. I did have issues with internet connection because you don't have them everywhere, and I was staying at campgrounds and sometimes they were hit and miss, and a couple hotels that I was good at with Wi-Fi. But anyway, that was the perfect opportunity to do that, and I blew it. I mean, I still have some footage that I shot, but it's not like I have enough to really do anything with. So I do want to take another road trip, and if I do, I am definitely going to do a travel vlog and blog. So I'll actually be able to put that onto my blog that I'm talking about here if I still have it, and to my photography page, which has a blog. Where I'm at, what I'm doing, things like that. But it would be awesome to be able to take that trip all over again and make it better, do more things. I got more knowledge of what I would like to do, so who knows, maybe one day next year or so we'll be going on a trip, which would be awesome. Just got to get the money for it, so there's another reason to cut back on expenses, save money, and so then I can take another trip, and we'll see if I can pull that off. That's a good incentive. I mean, another incentive I have, I want to take the trip. I want to lose some weight. I've been losing a lot of weight actually recently. At one point I was up to 299 pounds. That's the heaviest I've ever been, and now I'm down to 276. It's like 22 something pounds that I've lost, and want to get down to like 200. That's what my goal is, and I sort of promised myself if I hit 200 I'm going to go on another trip, because when I went last year I couldn't do some of the things that I wanted to do. Like in Yosemite, most of the good things, some of the waterfalls and stuff that I would like to have taken pictures of, you can't get to unless you hike to it. So I would definitely want to do that again, but be able to hike some of it. I mean, nothing crazy. I'm not looking for like a full all day night hike type thing. It's just maybe a couple hours or something. But at that time, due to a couple of reasons, my weight being one, and then spending the night in Death Valley, sleeping in 115 degree weather in a tent, that sort of took a lot out of me for a couple of days. So I was pretty messed up and didn't feel like going and hiking anywhere, which is a shame, because there was a couple places I could have hiked to in other parks that I visited that would have been a lot easier than where I would have done in Yosemite, but just because of, I don't know if it was mostly dehydration or just being worn out from sleeping out in that weather, I couldn't do it. And I mean, even in Death Valley itself,